Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading. This is a general reading. It is not going to resonate with every single one of you out there. This is also not Sun, Moon, or Venus sign specific. Any Aquarius placement that you may resonate with, some of the messages may also resonate with you. At the end of the reading, oracles will be pulled, give you a little bit more guidance for the week. I do only take jumpers, so I appreciate the patience. Time is elusive. We are all on different timelines. For some of you, this is old news. For some, this is current energy. And for others, this might have yet to happen. Very quiet shuffle for you this week, Aqua. What's going on? First card is the Knight of Wands. Sagittarius energy could be important to you. Okay. What else do we have? Could we have that? If you could have that in your chart to be dealing with the Sagittarius season last year could have been an important time frame. But very fun energy, I should say. Five of Wands. Okay. Some sort of competition. Some sort of competition. What else do we have for Aqua, please? Heavy fire energy, too. Could have fire in your chart. Aquarius. Nine of Swords. Okay. This could be someone that you might be attached to. You know your story. Put yourself where you fit. But so far, it seems like someone is not too happy about the way they approach things. Yeah. Okay. What else do we got? They're stressed. Somebody's very stressed here. Nine of Swords is that sleepless nights, anxiety, can't stop thinking about it. King of Swords, more air energy. Death card, major arcana. Scorpio energy. Yeah, it seems like whoever this is for you, heavy masculine energy here. They were not very aloof, sort of someone that you really couldn't figure out. Yeah, here's the apology. Page of Cups, Pisces energy, possibly Cancer or Scorpio. Bottom of the deck is the Temperance card, major arcana. The Star card, major arcana, your energy. The Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Eight of Wands. Okay, interesting. Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, the Six of Wands, and the Emperor. Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Okay. So, whoever this masculine is that you are dealing with, I do see you more so coming up as this Queen of Cups. You could be this King of Swords. Could definitely be that whoever this person was that was not dependable, you just cut it off. You're like, okay, we're not going to do this. Very discerning sort of person. No BS. Right? I know what I want and this ain't it, so you got to go. But I also see you coming up as this Queen of Cups, Star card energy. The person you were dealing with, though, whoever this is, a friend, family member, lover, some of you, you know your story, put yourself with it. Could even be a boss, maybe, with that Emperor. Someone that's very stoic, someone that doesn't like to show emotions. That could also be indicating that this person's going to step up. They're going to rise to the occasion here, because I do think they didn't go about, they're fully aware that they did not approach the situation correctly. This is someone that was, maybe they're used to being sort of chased and pursued, or they're the ones that sort of used to being picky. So they thought that they could afford to sort of be here, be there, take their time, drag their feet. And I don't think you went for that. They're like, okay, cool, this ain't for me. Because I got love to give and I need someone that's going to reciprocate that love. I might, someone could have took your kindness for weakness sort of situation. And they are wanting to balance that. They want to fix that with the Temperance card. This is saying divine timing, patience. They're wanting to sort of bring some sort of balance and communicate something here. Heavy communication with the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Wands up there. The Six of Wands also tells me they want to move past this sort of conflict that they have created by being inconsistent. They want to eliminate the conflict. And if there was competition for this person, they're getting rid of that. The Death card, they're putting an end to the competition. There could also be competition for you, and they played themselves with that too, thinking that they were the only ones that people were competing for. Even if it's a job. This is like you asking your boss for a raise, and they're like, yeah, okay, we'll think about it. And you're like, you know what? Let me just go put my resume out there and see what else. And two, three, four people are calling you back. Now you might not want this raise because the fact that you have to beg for it, that's how it goes, right? When you have to beg for something, it loses its value. It's no longer that valuable than if it's just given to you willingly, right? You start to think like it's not for you because naturally anything that sort of creates resistance, usually they say it's not for you. It should just be not easy, but there should be a flow with it. But this person thought they had time. They thought that, they could sort of show up however they wanted. It looks like you sort of detach from this person, but they do want to heal this. They do. They want to cooperate. They want to be more mature. There could be a little bit of obsession. Now that you sort of detached, they seem to be attached. Capricorn energy could be important to you. The Seven of Pentacles tells me that this person actually does want to invest. Time, energy, whatever it is, emotions. They do want to invest in the situation. They might be sort of waiting for the right time. But I do think this person's going to reach out and have a talk with you here. The Hierophant is also giving me commitment energy. So if this person was trying to pick and choose, they knew what they wanted the entire time. But they were playing some sort of game. Page of Cups, that's the apology. And it's very fast moving energy here as well with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands, if I didn't say that already, but expect communication from whoever this is. Now they're ready. Now they're ready to sort of show up differently. Because this Knight of Wands and this King of Swords, not a great combo. It's not a good combo, man. Nah. It's not, you can't pin it down. Like, you don't know what to expect from it. So you really can't put your eggs in this type of energy's basket. But this energy, this is someone definitely that you can depend on in every aspect. These are the two most dependable suits in the deck. The Emperor, might be needing to get in touch with the emotions, but the Emperor is someone you can depend on. They take their job, their role very seriously, and they know the responsibility that they carry. Paired with this King of Pentacles, yeah, absolutely someone you can depend on. This is someone that is looking at the long haul, which is what I'm seeing with the Hierophant. There could also be a commitment coming in here for you too. With the Hierophant and the Six of Wands, making something public. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. That could be it. This person could have some issues. See, now that you let it go and you shut the show down, they're obsessed. It's exactly what's going on. Now that you've sort of exercised that confidence and showed them, hey, you're not the only one that's cute here. Now they're obsessed. Now they're attached. As I said, I don't think they're used to people sort of challenging them. They're not. And pay attention to red flags. Yeah, that's exactly what you did. And codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I don't think more so it's addictions, but Devil card can be addictions, but it's just a control. This person's used to having control over the situations. Their friendships, that's why I say some of you could be a work energy. This person's used to having control, the Emperor and the Devil, but it's like you took back your control. You didn't give them that opportunity to control you. So it's flipping the script. Heavy flipping of the script, which is throwing this person into a panic. That Death card, death to ego. That's that ego dying. See how they're like this man and they're like humbled? Going from the king to the page. They're going backwards. You humbled this person. Yeah. You humbled this person. If this person is someone that's used to having people fight for their energy, you're like, I'm not doing this. You crazy? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. That's the temperance energy, the balance. It's okay to exude that confidence, but you're not the only one walking around with confidence, ma'am, sir. And I think you show that. You show that you don't have to be an a-hole. Being vulnerable doesn't, you can still be kind and still have confidence. You can still be kind and still stand on business. One are not, two, or the both of them are not, they don't cross each other out. You can be both. It actually makes you a lot more attractive when you know your value, but you could still love. But just being a complete tight ass, that's not attractive. It's only a matter of time before people realize you're a tight ass and then leave you alone. I do think, though, this person thinks you're perfect for whatever this is. Whatever role this is that you are quote-unquote competing for, they already know that you are the one for the role. You know how that goes. Someone else is in the middle sabotaging this. Could be someone else, could be their influences, friends like that. But that sabotage definitely could be this person that's sabotaging this. But there's the competition. Also, if this is relationship-wise, this person could have already had an existing connection. Possibly for some of you. But that someone else could just be other suitors. Even if this person's single, it's like the other suitors. They think they have a lot of options. When they really don't. Manifest, tell the universe exactly what you want. I told you, this person knows what they want. They always did. They're just playing the fool. Intuition, the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. 2 cards of red flags. 2 cards signifying red flags here. Which I do think you've already picked up on. I think you're fully aware that this person is not, their ego, too much stroking has happened to the ego. They're gassed. And I think you just, boop, pop the balloon. They have a real big inflated head and you just took a pin to it. Maybe some of you literally took a pin to their ego. So it brought this person back down to reality here, which is all about the King of Pentacles. Untangling neglect. I take the time to give myself the approval that I desire. I do think that is your energy. You're not going to allow people to neglect you because you don't neglect yourself. Welcoming surrender. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. Yeah, it is what it is for you. Transforming tragedy. My loss is a reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. So this is very much, I think, your energy. If it's not you, it's somebody else. I would much rather wait for someone that is aligned for me than to settle for whatever it is you think you got going on. And processing grief. My losses prove how deeply I loved. I do think this is for whoever this is. This egomaniac. Processing grief. That 9 of Swords. My losses prove how deeply I loved. Yeah, they didn't realize. As I said, you've shown them something very different. They're not used to people sort of pulling the rug or taking their power back. Nuh-uh. They're not used to that. Threw them for a loop. This person could also be very highly regarded in their work with that Hierophant energy. They, they're some sort of maybe public figure for some of you. A year from now. So things could change a year from now, or this could have been a year ago, and now they're coming back. Trust. Both cards of trust here. Interesting. So that is a heavy message. It could be for this person as well. This person lacked trust, so this is where this ego got created. But you humbled them. And Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. If I see trust one more time, I do think this person wasn't really expecting someone like you, and it's really opening their eyes. It's also allowing them to heal some toxic traits. Moth Spirit, surrender now. Dream the world into being. Lizard Spirit, and time to collaborate. Surrender now. They can't resist, quite frankly. That is your reading, Aqua. Hopefully it resonates. Thumbs me up. Don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next week.